right, everybody, welcome to Homesteading with the Gardeners. So what we've been up to today is we're building quail hutches. So I'm going to tell you what I started with, and I bought 2x2s treated because it's obviously outdoors. And so because I'm quite short, a little bit under 5 foot, I made my sorry about Leia, she's out here barking. So I'm gonna make mine 4 foot tall. Okay, so you're gonna end up, I needed, let me see, how many 2x2s did I get? I think you're gonna need 8 to 10 treated 2x2s, 8 foot long. That's what I need. You may need a little bit more depending on your doors, how you make your doors, okay? But this is what we've done so far. So this is the frame. The frame is 4 foot tall. It is from this inside board right here, this one, to here, 24 inches wide. And there's a reason for that. So the reason I cut it 24 inches wide is because of my hardware cloth is 24 inches wide. So, in order for you to not have to cut this wire except for the length, okay? I made mine 24 inches, okay? This is 1/2 inch opening wire, hardware cloth. This is great for the quill. And so what we'll do is after I get my bracing on, and by the way, I made mine, you can make yours the length that you want. So for me, just starting out with quail, I made mine, it is 5 foot long, 1 inch, okay? Or
11.
5'11", get my numbers right. So 5 foot 11 inches long is the length of my run, okay? So that's these boards here. This is going to give me the length. Once I get my bracing on the inside right here, which is going to be, I've got to cut them. I haven't got them cut yet. The day is kind of getting away with me. But these bracings are going to come in here on the inside. I'm going to screw those back into place. And by the way, I did use 3-inch deck screws. Okay, the brown ones or tan ones. And we used 3-inch. Okay, so I'm going to cut this here, trim this out, screw this in place, and I'm going to put 2 of these in this run. That's all I'm going to need. And that way when I go to staple this hardware cloth down, I'll have also something in here to keep it from rippling. Now, on the top, I'm going to also put the hardware cloth on top, and then I'm going to put a solid roof on here so that they'll be sheltered from any rain or whatever in the cold. And I'm also going to put a solid back on here. So I'm going to have wire on the floor. I'm going to have wire on this end and on that end. And then the front here is going to have 2 latch swing out doors that I'll just be able to actually unlatch them and they'll come out and hang down. You can build them differently if you want, but that's how I'm going to do mine. That will be wire as well, and I'll give you the dimensions on the doors when I get to that part. So for right now, this is what I've gotten done. But on this bracing, this is kind of important. So once I get all these boards, my bracing boards cut, where you see this opening right here, where I have the 2 length for the roof, you've got to brace this section in here, so this will be solid. You've got to brace this section in here. Then you've got to put two or three bracings along this way, okay? You got to do bracing for the whatever roof you're going to put on here, and I'm probably going to put corrugated plastic is probably what I'm going to use up here, colored or even a metal, whatever I've got handy and whatever's most economical because things are going up so much. Then the other important factor that you've got to remember, you're going to need some 45-foot angles. So for bracing, so you're going to brace, you're going to wedge, you're going to do a 45-degree angle here, You're going to do a 45-degree angle here, and you're going to do that on all 4 corners over here so that you have no wiggle room, okay? So that is important for your bracing. And so on your quail, for this run right here, you are allowed, this is how you figure it, 1 quail for every square foot of living space, okay? So I can do 5 quail in this hutch. So I wanted to start small. You can make your run 7.9 inches if you want to approximately an 8-foot run, but I wanted to start with this because, well, frankly, I ran out of material, so I improvised and made mine shorter. But that's okay, because I still got the square footage out, so I know what I'm going to do, right? This could also be my starter pin, and as I move them off to a bigger pin, that's fine too. So this for me is going to work, and we're excited about it. We can't wait to get the quail in here and start getting some little eggs off of them. Exciting, right? And so anyway, that's the important factors of building this frame. It took, oh, I guess, an hour and a half to lay it out and to do my cuts. I did use a skill saw while my husband wasn't here, so he didn't have a fit, thinking I was going to cut my arm off. But I didn't, and I'm still whole. Look, all 10 fingers. So I used his skill saw to do this. You could use a hand saw, and ladies, you could use a jigsaw if you need to, if you don't want to get into anything bigger. And then I used my drill to screw everything in. I don't recommend nailing. You want to drill. You can either pre-drill your holes so you don't split any wood. You can also use a little wood glue if you want. I did not, because I got a good cinch up on these boards, so I'm good there. But the one thing you don't want to do is split your wood. That's not going to hold up really well. But we luckily didn't have any of that happen. So anyway, we'll do another video, and we'll show you how the wire comes along. And I will probably get my husband to do the 45-degree angles for me. And because it's just going to be a whole lot better if he does it. Because I'm not really totally experienced with the skill saw, and I really do want to keep my fingers. So I'm gonna let him do that. He's experienced with it. And but we'll do another video on another phase of this, primarily the wire and the doors and the bracing. So that'll be our next video that we put up on this. So anyway, subscribe to our channel. We've got a lot more exciting things coming up. And give us a thumbs up and like our page, all right? Thank you so much. Have a great day, and Homesteading with the Gardeners is out.